Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are taking a look at your next week's energy. So this is going to be the energy between the period of about Sunday through Saturday. That's kind of how I do my weeks, okay? Because this gets recorded on the Friday before and goes up the next day, that's Saturday. So that's kind of the period of time we're looking at here. This is going to let you know what energies you'll be working with over the next week, what energies will be impacting you, your situations, the people around you, okay? So this is going to be really helpful if you have some big event coming up, if you have something big going on, but this can also be really useful when you're just doing your normal routine, I guess you could say mundane life's activities, okay? This is gonna kind of give you a better idea of what it is you'll be dealing with, maybe obstacles you'll be coming up against, maybe blessings that'll be coming towards you during this time. So sit tight. We are going to get right into this, and I will let you guys know what type of energies you'll be working with this next week. I didn't feel today like we needed anything other than just the backs of these cards for you guys to choose from, okay? So I have 3 piles here for you guys. Pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. So just take a look, kind of feel it out, okay? Like I always say, you can pause the video if you need a little bit more time. Pick the pile that you're gravitating towards the most, use that as your primary pile, and then any subsequent piles that you feel kind of drawn to, watch those next, okay? I feel like your primary message, the primary energy you'll be dealing with will be in that first pile that you're most strongly drawn towards, and then if there are any other piles that you feel called towards, there are little messages in there for you, okay? So there's that. Also, I want to throw out here, I haven't been saying this in all my videos, but I think that it just needs to be said. These videos are meant for confirmation of things that you already know, feelings that you already have, vibes that you're already kind of picking up. This is confirmation for you, okay? So none of this should be brand new information, anything that you hear in here. If there is something that is totally brand new information that does not resonate, that message just was not meant for you specifically, because this is a general reading on the internet, okay? So I just wanted to throw that out there before we get started, but you guys take some time, feel out the piles. Once again, this is pile number 1, this is pile number 2, and this is pile number 3. And I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye, you guys. Hello, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen this card, which is the Dandelion, or the Wounded Healer. This card is ruled, or I'm sorry, this herb is ruled by Chiron and Jupiter, okay? The dandelion is a very, very hardy plant. It's very adaptive. It's very strong. It can live through really harsh climates, harsh weather, okay? So I'm feeling here, I'm really feeling like this next week coming up, there's going to be some opportunities possibly for you to heal, or maybe to flex those muscles, those coping skills that you've started to really learn, okay, within the process of healing, because that's kind of how that works, right? We go through something, we heal from it, we develop some sort of coping mechanism, something like that, that helps us work through whatever the issue is, whatever the situation is, and then it never fails. The universe throws something at us that allows us to flex those skills, okay? That really tests our ability, kind of tests whether we learned whatever lesson it was that we were meant to learn. So I feel like that might be something coming up for you. I feel like you've been going through a healing journey. You've really developed a lot of resilience, a lot of strength, okay? And I'm feeling like it's like, you know what I'm hearing is it's like it's your time to shine, pile number 1. That's what I'm hearing right off the bat here and feeling with this dandelion card. I also noticed we have 53 here. 5 and 3 makes 8. If you're interested in numerology, 8 is a number of abundance, okay? So that's something that I'm noticing here for you as well. So abundance of good energy and good luck, I feel like, are coming your way, first of all. And then also, I think there's going to be some opportunities for you to really, honestly, to prove to yourself that you have really come a long way since you first started this healing journey. But let's grab some tarot cards, okay? Let's get a little bit more information about this energy that you're going to be working with over the next week. Okay, so let's find out, you guys, what energy will pile number 1 be working with this next week. I'm feeling those 2, this one, and then let's grab this here, and we're gonna start here with this, and we will move on as we go through and see. Now, I think I've told you guys this, I've said this many times, but YouTube's guidelines kind of weird about nudity. These cards, like, they have the traditional RWS depictions. There's nudity in those. I don't personally have a problem with it, but the YouTube does. So I'm going to flip these over initially off camera just to make sure there's no nudity. If there is, I'm just going to use it's like a little cut piece of paper and cover it up, okay? And I'll put your card back out here. But I just wanted to kind of put that disclaimer out here, let you know, there's no shady and nothing shady going on here. So we have the Devil here for you. We have the Page of Wands, okay? We have the 3 of Swords. And the 2 of Swords. Okay, so interesting, pile number 1. 100% what I was saying here about releasing yourself from old patterns. That's what I feel like you've done here in your healing journey. I think you're going to have an opportunity this week to really, like I said, to flex those skills, those muscles, that those skills you've strengthened, okay? Within your healing journey. I think you're going to get an opportunity to really prove to yourself how far you've come. I'm seeing that there's a situation coming in that might be a little bit triggering, okay? Might be a little bit triggering, might be a little upsetting, but you have a choice here this week, okay? You always have a choice, okay? Let me rephrase that. You always have a choice, but this specific week, you are going to have a choice as far as how you react, okay? You are going to have a choice between different mindsets as well. What type of mindset are you going to take with this option, with this situation that comes up? Are you going to take a mindset that's more defeatist, that goes, ugh, this again? Or are you going to take a mindset that says, you know what, I've done this before, I've handled this before, I can handle it again, and pass this test with flying colors? Okay, so sorry, there's weird editing. I took a drink of my drink and then all the ice started clinking and making a bunch of noise. So anyway, so yes, you have a choice, okay? What type of mindset are you going to take? What type of how are you going to react to this situation? You have a choice here coming up, okay? I'm hearing here that the best way to go about this is going to be to use your intuition. And I'm also hearing here to not be afraid. I'm feeling a little bit of fear, okay? I'm feeling a little bit of that coming through from you about this situation as you're hearing about this. But I want you to know, your guides want you to know, the universe wants you to know that you've got this, okay? You have dealt with this before. I am strongly feeling this. You have dealt with this before. You have done a good job with this before. You've handled this very, very well in the past. And I'm seeing here too that this is not going to be something that you cannot handle or that is going to have a really long lasting effect on you. The reason I say this in part is because here with the Devil card, you see that the chains are really loose on these figures, first of all, because they're like chained to this post that the Devil is sitting on, or to his throne, I guess you could say. The chains are very loose. Their hands are freed. Their feet are freed. They could remove those chains off the top of their head and walk away, right? So I'm hearing here that this is not going to be a situation that is going to last. This isn't going to be something that has a long lasting effect, okay? I am seeing that it's going to kind of be, I think, It's going to be a big deal in the fact that this is going to be, I feel like, one of your first opportunities to really see how far you've come on your journey, healing yourself here too. So that is something I am hearing as well. Now, I feel like once you make this decision, and I have full confidence that you will choose a growth mindset with this. You will choose a positive mindset. You will hold your own. You will be strong. I know that you will, pile number one. I am strongly feeling that the outcome of this is going to be quite favorable for you. I think you have luck on your side. I'm really seeing that too with Jupiter here. Jupiter is a sign of good luck. It's a planet that has to do with luck. And I'm seeing here that you're going to have a lot of good luck with this, okay? With the Page of Wands. This is going to really, I think this is going to really spark and inspire you, give you a spark and inspire you to continue on this healing journey, because you're going to be so proud of yourself in the way that you're handling this, okay? I'm really, really seeing that for you, pile number one. I'm going to get a couple of cards here because I want you to know what this situation is, okay? I want you to be prepared mentally, emotionally. I want you to be prepared to handle this. So I just want to get a couple of clarifiers for this Devil card. I'd like to know what it is that pile number one will be dealing with. What area of life will this be happening in? I'm feeling those three. Let's do that. Eight of Swords. Okay. Two of Cups. Oh, what's the best way to lay this out? Page of Swords. Yeah, 100%. Okay, so you've made a commitment to something, okay? And I mean, on the surface, Two of Cups can definitely look like a relationship. Now, this could be a relationship type of situation, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it has to. And look at our pages coming out right below each other. That's so interesting here for you. Yeah. So you've made a commitment to something, and I feel like you're feeling trapped with, okay, hold on. We'll keep going, and then I'll talk about what it is that I just heard. You made a commitment to something, okay? And I feel like you're feeling trapped by this, though, to be quite honest. I'm feeling like this is something that you didn't really want to have to commit to. Maybe this is something that was kind of forced on you, kind of pushed on you, to be quite honest. I think it was something that you were really hoping you wouldn't have to deal with or mess with, is something that I'm hearing here. Hold on a moment. Let me get Temperance. Okay, Two of Cups, Temperance. Yeah. I'm hearing here this was something that you really weren't wanting to deal with, and you were kind of trying to find a balance here. That's what I hear that you were doing. You were trying to find a balance. You were trying to kind of placate everybody. You know what I mean? You were kind of trying to, I don't know, being a people pleaser is the correct word, though that might be something that you feel, or the correct term, that might be something that you feel very strongly about this situation is, you know, maybe you kind of like allow those people pleasing tendencies to kind of, you know, mess with you here. But I'm hearing here that you just were really trying to make both sides happy. You were really trying to straddle the line and not take a side, is what I'm hearing. And I'm hearing here that you feel trapped in this situation, okay? You felt trapped in this situation because in the end, you don't really want to have anything to do with it. You really don't want to mess with it at all. It's not really your problem, is what I'm hearing. It's something that's not really your problem, but you kind of got sucked into the middle of it, and now here you are trying to deal with it. And possibly, like I said, there's a commitment that has been made, or that you have made, like a verbal commitment is what I'm hearing, that you've made to someone regarding this situation. You've either committed, you know, made a commitment of loyalty to somebody in this situation. You've made a commitment, maybe a commitment with your time and commitment with your energy. You've done something like that. I strongly feel that. And I'm seeing here that in the end, honestly, you just really didn't want to mess with this to begin with. You didn't really want to deal with this, or possibly you were fine with it, and then things started to happen. Maybe the situation changed, complications came in this situation, and you're like, well, shit. If I would have known that it was going to be like this, I wouldn't have messed with this anyways. I wouldn't have committed my time, my energy, whatever to it. Okay, so there's something that's come up since you initially made this commitment, because I'm hearing here that you made this commitment like you were fully aware that you made this commitment and you didn't have a problem with it on the outset. But now that we're into it, now that it's starting, now that someone is coming in and saying, hey, you made this commitment, I need you to actually act on that. Now that expectation is coming in, you're feeling trapped. Okay. You're feeling overwhelmed because you're like, well, geez, this isn't really what this isn't what I signed up for. That's what I'm hearing. This isn't what I signed up for. Okay. That's what this situation is. Pile number one, what I am strongly feeling as soon as I set these cards down, what I'm strongly feeling here is that what you've really been working on is boundaries. I'm hearing that you've been working on boundaries, on people pleasing, on prioritizing yourself. That is something that I'm hearing here. And I think that that's what this situation is. I think this is an opportunity for you to set boundaries, or an opportunity for you to back out of something and go, hey, you know what, when I initially committed to this, when I initially agreed to this, I thought X, Y, and Z. I thought these were the factors, the variables involved. But it turns out it's actually A, B, and C, and I'm not comfortable with that. I'm not doing that. I don't want to do that. I'm not spending my energy on that. It's not for me, okay? This is what I'm seeing, pile number one. I'm seeing here that you need to flex. Like I said, I keep saying flex, but I feel like that's the right word. I feel like you've built up this like boundary muscle, like this, you're starting to work on that, on setting boundaries on people, with people, being very clear, like learning how to communicate those boundaries and being clear. Also learning, I'm hearing here something you need to hear, with this, something that needs to be learned in the process of all this too, is that like when you set boundaries, when you communicate boundaries, you're not meant to convince the other person of your boundaries. Okay. So you don't need to convince them that your boundaries are valid. You don't need to convince them, that's the thing. When you set boundaries, you don't need to convince anybody. You're not convincing. You're just informing, and then you're moving on. Hey, this is my boundary. I'm not doing this because of X, Y, and Z, or I'm not going to be able to make it to that. So sorry about that. I'll see you when I see you, whatever. You don't have to convince somebody that your boundaries you don't have to convince them to accept your boundaries, okay? Boundaries aren't about convincing people that you don't have the time or the energy for something, all right? So I felt like you needed to hear that little tangent there. Page of Swords here. I feel like this is just, I need you to tackle this with some excitement, okay? I need you to tackle this with some, some enthusiasm, maybe not excitement, but some enthusiasm, some energy, some gusto, I need you to really go after this and tackle this with some energy, some gusto, some inner strength. Really gas yourself up, pile number one. If you're someone who likes to really gets into that, and you really want to gas yourself up, do that. Gas yourself up to handle this situation. Don't let this walk all over you. Don't stay chained to this, okay? I feel like this is something you probably know what this is at this point. It's coming to a head this week is what I'm seeing here for you. This energy is coming to a head. It's coming to a peak, and it is going to be time for you to flex those skills, those things you've been working on, you've been healing from. I feel like you've been healing from people-pleasing tendencies. You've done a really great job is what I'm hearing. You've been very resilient too with all of this, because I feel like people-pleasing tendencies don't just come from nowhere. You know what I mean? We are socialized with those to a certain extent, especially depending on, what gender you identified with as a child, especially, lots of women, lots of little girls are socialized to be huge people pleasers, and very and socialized to self-sacrifice so much, their comfort, their boundaries, etc. So what I'm hearing here is that you've done a great job pushing through those. You've been really resilient too. I'm hearing that you have received pushback whenever you've tried to set boundaries, and it has made it challenging, but those challenges have really prepared you for this situation, okay? To just tell somebody no is what I'm hearing here. I'm hearing that you're going to be worried about what it is that they think about you. You're going to be worried about, well, if I tell them that, what will they think? What will they say? I'm hearing right here, right now, pile number 1, that you don't need to be worried about it. What other people think of you is not your business. It's not your concern, okay? That's their problem, not yours. So don't let your mind get the best of you with this. And I'm hearing here too, don't let your mind break your heart. Does that make sense? Don't let your mind break your heart. I don't think you're going to actually receive any sort of negative, I don't think anybody's going to actually say anything to you. I think when you back out of this, because the energy of this situation has changed from what it was initially, okay? When you back out of this, okay, I think that I don't think anybody's going to really do anything about it, okay? I'm not seeing that there's any real external conflict coming in on this as a result of this. What I am seeing though is that there's a possibility here, okay? There's a possibility that see, there's 2 options here. You can either really let this inspire you, okay, to continue on your healing journey and go, wow, I really set boundaries. That really worked. I didn't have any pushback. I'm really surprised with that. Have a positive mindset with it and continue moving forward. And I think continue on this healing journey where you're strengthening these boundaries even more. You're building up your inner confidence too, even more. Or what can happen here if we choose to ruminate and we choose to be worried about what other people might think of us or what other people might think about our boundaries, you're going to break your own heart is what I'm seeing here. Pile number 1, you're going to break your own heart. You're going to hurt your own feelings, honestly. These swords are your swords that I'm seeing in this 3 of heart in this situation, okay? These are not the swords from somebody else. These are your own swords in this situation that are going to break your own heart, pierce your own heart, okay? No one is actually going to say anything to you about setting these boundaries. And I'm telling you right now, most people will not. Most people do not have the guts. They do not have the courage. And honestly, they have the good sense to know to just not say anything, keep their mouth shut and let someone set their boundaries and move on, right? You know, and they might talk a lot of trash about it, but they're not going to say anything to you. Most people will not actually say anything to you about your boundaries. I feel like that's something, it's like a huge fear that a lot of us have. A lot of us former people pleasers or recovering people pleasers. It's something that a lot of us have, is this fear that people are going to actually be confrontational with us. And I'm telling you, most people absolutely will not be, because they're just as much afraid of confrontation and they're just as big of people pleasers as we all are, right? So don't break your own heart with this, okay? Build up this inner confidence, all right? You have allow yourself to really shine here. Allow yourself to really feel that confidence radiating out of you. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen too. Like I said, if you follow through with this, if you set these boundaries, I don't think you're going to experience this heartache. It's just a possibility, okay? And like I said, it's going to be self-inflicted. What I see is the most likely possibility for you, particularly if you have a positive mindset about this, and don't let worries about what other people think of you get to you. I'm seeing here that this is going to really build your confidence in yourself and your ability to set boundaries and your ability to speak up for yourself too, I'm hearing. I think this is going to be, that's why I'm feeling with the devil here, this is a major arcana card. This is a turning point for you, pile number 1. This is a turning point for you that is going to really, I think you're going to demonstrate to yourself how far you've come, okay? And that's something that your guides, the universe wants you to know as far as the energy of this week. So this is something that's going to peak this week. Do not allow yourself to stay trapped in this situation. It's all mental. It's all in your mind. You don't have to deal with whatever this is. You can set boundaries. You can say no, and you can move on knowing that you have advocated for yourself and made the best choice here with this pile number 1. I'm going to get a couple more cards just to find out if there's anything else they'd like you to know about this week, okay? About the energy you'll be dealing with this week. I'm feeling these two. Let's see. All right, we have the Emperor, 100%, and the Three of Wands. Yes. Okay, so Emperor here, being in charge, you are going to feel like a badass after you honestly set these boundaries. This inner confidence is stoked. This inner fire is stoked. And you're going to really feel like you rule the world. You're going to feel like you're on top of the world at the end of this week by the time you go through this pile number 1, okay? And you're expanding your horizons as well. I'm seeing here with the Three of Wands, okay? You're opening up a lot of new opportunities to yourself. Being able to say no and conserve your energy is going to give you so many more options in your life, because then you can conserve your time and your energy for the things that actually matter to you, that are your actual passions, okay? With the wands here, that are your actual passions and the actual things that you truly enjoy doing and enjoy giving your energy to. I'm seeing here that this really feels like this is going to work out quite well for you. I'm honestly trying to gas you up a little bit here, pile number 1, because I want you to do well with this. I want you to keep this positive mindset and not break your own heart with this, because like I said, I don't believe that these people are going to say a damn thing to you about this. I really don't think that they will say anything at all to you about it. And what they say about you, who cares? Doesn't matter. You know, what they think about you is none of your business. And honestly, you really need to there's a lot of personal power in that too. There's a lot of personal power to be had, to be felt when you truly realize, you know what, I really don't care what other people think. I really don't care what other people say. I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to protect my energy. I'm going to save and conserve my energy for the things that matter to me. Okay. And I'm not going to allow myself to feel trapped by other people's opinions, their thoughts, or their demands, the things that their demands on your time, on your energy, the things that they want you to do for them that benefit them and don't do anything to you but drain you. Okay. So be selfish with your energy, be selfish with your time, pile number 1. That is what I'm hearing for you. This week is going, like I said, you're going to flex this new muscle, this new thing that you've been working on, setting these boundaries, okay? I've seen that there's good luck coming in for that. You're going to expand your horizons and open up so many more new opportunities by doing this, okay? And you're going to really feel like you're on top of the world by the end of this week. So this is what I have for you, pile number 1. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the little bell icon next to it, because next week I will be releasing a month of October reading. So we'll be taking a look to see what energies it is you'll be working with the month of October. What type of things can we expect coming into our life in the month of October as well. And we'll also be putting out these weekly energy readings. They'll go up every single Saturday. I don't want you guys to miss those things. So hit that bell icon. Also hit the like button if this reading resonated with you, and I will see you all in your next reading. Bye, you guys. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen this card, which is Lion's Mane. So, excuse me, my voice is doing a thing. So, this says Lion's Mane, leadership. We have let's see, this is definitely ruled by Mercury, and we can see all the air sign energy in this. We've got Aquarius, okay? The water bearer. We have Libra here. We have, what is this? The Aquarius, constellation. Sorry, I'm an Aquarius. I should know that, you guys. My brain's not working. We have Mercury and Uranus here as the ruler of this herb, which is actually, Lion's Mane is actually a fungi. So the keywords for this card, I'm going to read them to you real fast and we'll jump in. Sacred masculine, leadership, ambition, provider, strong-willed, and spiritual power. Okay, and we can definitely see that with the depiction of the lion here. We also have these two trees. Trees always make me think of strength, power, resilience. Okay, so leadership here. I feel like just right off the bat with this card, you're coming in to an energy this next week where you have the opportunity to be a leader. Okay, or you have an opportunity to step up and lead people in the right direction. And I don't feel like this is something where I don't know that this is something, I don't feel like this is something where you're expecting this, and I don't think this is something that someone is going to just straight up ask you, hey, will you take charge of this? I think that you're going to be presented with an opportunity this week to do the right thing, step up, and lead people in the correct direction. This definitely feels, honestly, this feels like a moral thing. Like leading people to make the most moral choice, the most ethical choice, maybe being maybe leading by example when it comes to your integrity. Okay, this is really something that I'm feeling here for you. You're going to have the opportunity to be a leader, but like I said, I think that this leadership is not going to be, it's not going to be official, like this official title. It's not going to be anything like that. I think you're going to be able to I think you're going to have an opportunity to lead by example and lead with integrity, okay? Or show everyone that they can make a choice, the correct moral choice, the most ethical choice, and keep their integrity intact is what I'm hearing here. But let's get some tarot cards for you, learn a little bit more about this energy here. Right off the bat, I definitely feel like you are a person who cares a lot about being ethical, okay? I feel like you care a lot about maintaining your integrity, okay? About weighing all sides, making the right choice, being as just as possible, okay? That's really something I'm feeling here just right off the bat. And then of course we have Aquarius here, talks about caring more, more about the collective, less about the individual. In general, we have Libra here, which also is kind of the energy of fairness, weighing all sides. The shadow side of Libra is like indecision. You can see all sides, so you have a hard time knowing what the right choice is. But it's also, but on that flip side, it's wisdom. It takes a lot of wisdom to be able to look at all sides of a story and detach yourself too emotionally is kind of what I'm hearing here. I think that's going to be something that you might have to do this week. But yeah, let's grab your tarot cards. Let's find out a little bit more what energy pile number 2 will be working with. I'm feeling this guy right here first and foremost. What energies will pile number 2 be working on? Now with this deck, it does have some depictions of nudity, and the YouTube, doesn't like that. So I'm going to flip these off camera at first, just for a second, just to make sure there's no nudity. And if there is, I'm just going to put a little pieces of sticky note on it to cover it up. But I just wanted to let you guys know. Okay, 3 of Cups. Yeah. Everything is fine. This is an extra card in this deck. We'll talk about it. Knight of Cups. Yeah. Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Interesting. These 2 Knight cards that we have here. Movement for sure. All right. Let's put this one into perspective real fast and then we'll jump in. So this is an extra card within the deck, within the Modern Witch Tarot deck. It's actually the same depiction as the 10 of Swords within this deck, but everything is fine. So this card always makes me think of that meme where it's the dog sitting at the kitchen table with a cup of coffee and everything is on fire, and like his house is on fire and he's like, everything is fine. Like that's like almost I know that that's a meme. It's supposed to be funny, obviously, but what I'm actually hearing here for you is ignoring your intuition, distracting yourself like trying to convince yourself that everything is fine when you know that it's not. So with that being said, let's jump in here with the meanings of these cards here for you for this week coming up. Definitely 100% sticking by you're going to have an opportunity to be a leader here within this next week. Okay. Leading by example is 100% what I'm feeling here. And making the right choice, making a choice that really reflects your integrity, your ethics, okay, your morals, your values. That is something that I'm seeing here. And I'm seeing here that there's a group of people. It's gonna happen in a group situation, right? And I'm feeling here like, I'm hearing that this situation is going to be something that it really bugs you. It's going to be like, like a group think. Like group think is when, it's like a phenomenon where everybody has a similar background. No one wants to rock the boat. And so because it's like this echo chamber, etc. I think this is like the most basic way to explain it. I could be a little bit off with the explanation, but essentially it's just kind of creating an echo chamber and no one wanting to speak up. And as a result, the group just kind of thinks that they just kind of assume that this is the best way moving forward, and they don't see the other options because they're so, because the viewpoints are so limited. And like I said, and no one wants to be the person who speaks up and says, I don't know about that. This is what I'm hearing here. You are going to have an opportunity this week to speak up. Okay. I'm hearing here that there is going to be a situation. You're going to be in a group setting. Okay. You're going to be in a group setting and I feel like everyone's going to be going off about something. That's kind of what I'm hearing here. Everyone's going to be going off about something, maybe gossiping about something, talking some shit, I think is what I'm hearing. Everyone's going to be doing that, and it's going to be a group of people, but this is not going to sit right with you, pile number 2. It's not going to sit right with you, and it's going to really bug you. And I'm hearing here that you're going to know when you're in this situation, partially because of these factors, but also you're going to have a very, very strong feeling of needing to like pull out your phone and distract yourself and just doom scroll kind of to distract yourself from this uncomfortable feeling, okay? This feeling where you're going, this is not right. This is wrong. These things should not be, like, we should not be saying these things. We should not, these are things that should not be said. Now, I don't know if this is going to be like hateful, talk about a specific group of people. I don't know if this is going to be just straight up garbage gossip. I don't know what this is going to be exactly because this is a general reading. I'm feeling a lot of those different scenarios popping up. So I think everybody who felt it called to this specific pile, like they picked this with their intuition, I'm feeling like everyone's going to be dealing with this in some way, but the actual specific topic is going to differ based on your own personal situation and reality, okay? But overall, people are going to be saying some stuff that they don't need to be saying. Maybe I'm hearing using words that they shouldn't be using. I'm sure you guys can guess what those words might be, okay? I don't feel like I need to be any more specific about that. People are going to be saying some shit, and it is not going to sit right with you because it goes against your ethics. It goes against your morals. It goes against your values. It directly conflicts with your integrity. And I think your integrity is very, very important to you. Pile number 2. I think you care a lot about people, and I think you care a lot about the way that you make people feel, okay? So I think that is why initially you're going to be like, oh, should I even engage in this? Should I even interact with this? Because if I do, what are these people going to say about me? You might have felt called to pile number 1. If you did, I would go check it out after this reading. There's a message in there for you as well. If that's your situation, if you're the type of person where you're like, I don't really want to rock the boat, go check out pile number 1 after this. So anyways, I feel like that's the type of person that you might be, okay? Or there's a specific few, or there's like a little group of people watching this reading, called to this reading, who are like that, okay? This is what I'm hearing for you. You need to stand up for what you know is right. You need to stand up for your integrity, okay? You need to do that. It is going to be important for you to do that. This is an important, I'm hearing here that this is like a pivotal moment, okay? Maybe this is the moment that you realize that these people, whoever it is that's speaking all these negative, hateful things and putting all of that energy out there towards other people, maybe this is the moment you realize that this is not your tribe, these are not your people. Maybe this is a straw that breaks the camel's back and you go, you know what? This is the last time I'm dealing with this with these people. Our values are obviously not the same. Our beliefs are obviously not the same. These are not people that I want to engage with or be around anymore. But I'm hearing here that you need to put them in their place, okay? I'm hearing here that you need to lead by example and not engage in this rhetoric, whatever it is that they're saying, this topic of conversation. Do not engage, and if possible, set boundaries and say, hey, I don't want to hear any of that. You're not going to say those things around me. Or my absolute favorite, when people start saying some shit that they shouldn't be saying, I'll be like, what do you mean by that? Wait, what do you mean? And when they're forced to explain it, then they backtrack and they get all confused and embarrassed, or not confused, but they get embarrassed because they know what they're saying is wrong, and, etc. Let the cards fall where they may. So, anyways, so I'm hearing here that you need to speak up, okay? You need to speak up. You need to say something about this. Maintain your integrity. Lead by example, okay? Do not just sit there and say, this is fine, everything is fine, and pretend like it's not happening. Okay, sorry, my dog was pushing on the door. He wanted it in the room, so I let him in. So he doesn't keep doing that. I didn't know if you guys could hear all that, but anyways, so, yes, speak up, okay? Don't engage in this, okay? Don't engage in this shit, honestly. Be better than that. Rise above that, all right? And then I'm seeing here, you need to move on. You need to find some new friends. Okay, pile number 2, you need to find some new friends. You need to move on from this. There are more opportunities out there. There are better things out there for you. There are people who have better connections, I'm hearing as well, financially, socioeconomically. There are people with better connections. I don't know if that's something that matters to you. I'm feeling like it might not be, and you might go, oh, okay, well, that's cool, but I don't really care. Perfect. You're the perfect person then to interact with those types of people. You're the perfect person then, because you go, you know what? I don't really care what someone's status is. Honestly, I'm feeling you might be an Aquarius, okay? Or have some strong Aquarian placements. Maybe a Libra, have some strong Libra placements. Something like that. 100%. That is definitely something I'm feeling. You don't have to. Does not disclude you from this reading. It's just something that I'm feeling that I wanted to go ahead and just put out there in case that relates to you. But anyways, there's new opportunities out there. There's new friend group opportunities out there. I'm hearing new networking opportunities out there. New relationships, new people. Like there's what is it? Places to go, people to see, things to do. That's what I'm hearing here with these. It's time to leave this old energy, this old group behind is what I'm hearing. And move on to some bigger and better and brighter things, okay? Because there are many more opportunities out here waiting for you. It's just a matter of moving past this group that's kind of held you back, if I'm being quite honest. Pile number 2, that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that these people have really held you back. I think you know that too. I think you've kind of, like I said, I feel like this might be kind of the straw that broke the camel's back. This might kind of be the final nail in the coffin for you with these people. And you're going to go, yeah, you know what? I'm done. I'm done with them. And you might start to kind of phase out these friendships and just kind of, lose contact eventually. Or like I said, you might take a big stand. It's just going to depend on your situation, because in some situations, a big stand is what's needed. And then in other situations, it doesn't take something big. It takes, sometimes it's the subtle, small things that really speak the loudest, but I hear that you're going to know the best way to do it. You're going to be able to intuit this situation here. I'm seeing all this water here, back here for you. Yeah, all this water back down here, the water pouring out. I like this blue. I'm just seeing lots of blue here for you. We've got this stream right here. I just feel like what line needs to be crossed in order to make a point, okay? You're going to know based on your situation. I'm hearing everybody's is going to be a tiny bit different with the level of reaction that needs to occur and the type of reaction. But I'm hearing here that you guys got this. You know that there's better things out there. I'm feeling like there are other things that you are interested in, other friendship groups, other people that you are interested in, communities that you want to connect with. But it's like these people are like your ball and chain. They're holding you back, they're holding you down, they're keeping you stuck. So I'm hearing here that is what you need to do here is stand up for yourself. Do not just lay here or stand up for this. No, let me go back, because it's not stand up for yourself. It's stand up for whatever group of people, okay, whatever group is being trash talked. Honestly, whatever person or group is being trash talked here, you need to stand up for them. Okay, it's going to actually cause waves, is what I'm hearing here. They may be subtle waves, but they're waves nonetheless. You are leading by example. You are going to impact the way that this group of people, the way that they not just only view you, but view whoever it is that they're talking shit about, all right? Or whatever, like I said, hurtful rhetoric they're using. You're going to make an impact on these people, okay? This is the way that you make impacts within your community, like by doing these small things, like calling people out when they're on some bullshit like this, okay? That is what I'm hearing here for you, pile number 2. Let's get a few more cards here for you, learn a little bit more. I feel like with every pile, it's like there's this peak main thing that you guys are going to be dealing with and doing. This main energy you'll be working with, and then there's these little energies kind of too that are kind of accompanying this, helping you with this, just kind of going hand in hand with it, but they're just like a little bit smaller. They're less prominent. Okay, so let's find out a little bit more if there's anything else. Okay, that card just did not want to go back in my hand. Anything else? And I'm feeling this one as well. Okay, anything else that pile number 2 needs to know? Wow, look at this. We've got judgment, we've got death, we've got justice. You guys, this is what I'm saying here. You are in Libra too, right here. It's interesting. You are standing up for a group of people in this moment. You're going to have an opportunity to do that, okay? It's a new opportunity that you're going to have, standing up for these people, you know, for this group, whoever it is that these people, this group of people are talking shit about. You are going to stand up for them and you're going to make an impact, okay? And something you need to hear with this too. We've got judgment, we have death, we have justice, okay? Judgment here. Make the right judgment call with this, okay? But I think that that's exactly what you're going to do. And I'm hearing here, you know, judgment, like, you know, typically when we're looking at the judgment card, we're thinking of like the, I would say, you could say like the traditional Christian idea of Judgment Day, where everyone is going to be judged in some way, somehow, some form, okay, at the end of their life. I am hearing here, I mean, and that's kind of a general idea. The same idea kind of applies in many other major religions, is this judgment for your good or your bad deeds, right? Okay, whether that be karma, whatever that may be, you know. Anyways, make a good judgment call, okay? Good karma, okay? Good things are coming to you. This is being recognized by the powers that be. Higher powers are recognizing this good deed that you're going to do, or the fact that you're just standing up. You know, it's really standing up for the underdog is kind of what it feels like. And you doing that, it's going to put out a lot of, like I said, it's going to vibrate throughout the world. It's going to create waves, okay? These people are going to get theirs, all right? They're going to get what they deserve for being so awful, for being so hateful, for engaging in rhetoric that's harmful to other groups, okay? And then you're going to experience you're going to experience good fortune as a result of you taking a stand and standing up for the underdog or for a marginalized group who, who have to listen to this type of rhetoric bullshit all the time, okay, in our society. So that's what I'm seeing here with this. Now, with this situation, I want you to know, your guides want you to know, I'm feeling like this whole energy is really just about this situation here. I think this is going to be the peak thing that happens in this week for you. So what they want you to know is that whenever you take this stand, you need to be aware that there will be no coming back from this, okay? Death is final, right? It's something that comes in. It's natural. Everybody dies, happens to everyone. There are beginnings, there are endings. Wherever there's a beginning to something, there's an ending to something else. And we know that whatever begins will eventually end in some way, right? Even if it doesn't end until death. But anyways, death is something you cannot come back from, okay, in this life. Once this life is done, it's done. That's what I'm hearing here is this is going to be, like I said, I felt like this was the final straw here and that you were going to move on. That is what I'm seeing here with this death card. This is just confirmation for you. This will be the final straw. This will be it. There will be no coming back from this once you stand up for yourself, possibly I'm hearing, and for this other group of people, okay? And for these other people that are being marginalized. When you stand up to the hateful people, okay? You're standing up to them and you're standing up for others. You're leading by example, okay? Maintaining your integrity. That's what I'm seeing here. And this will be final, okay? I think that there will be no going back from this. But I feel like you're okay with that because you know that this isn't the group of people you want to spend time with anyways. If they're really going to be going around and talking trash and spewing hate about others, okay? It's not the type of people you really want to associate with anyways. So, and you know that. So I don't feel like this is going to be problematic. I just feel like the universe, your guides, just wants you to know that there will be no coming back from this. This will be the end of this relationship between you and them. And that's okay. Justice here, it's honestly about doing the right thing, seeing all sides here, weighing out the options. I'm seeing this too when you're looking for your search for new people. You're going to start that this week, I'm hearing. Gravitating towards a different group. Like I said, I feel like you already have a group in mind. There's already a group of people that you'd really like to spend more time with, that you relate to much better. I'm hearing that your values, your ethics, your morals are all very much they're just more aligned with this other group of people than with this previous group here. And I'm seeing here that, with this, justice is going to be served and that you are going to find the right group of people for you, okay? Once again, another confirmation here. And with these all being major arcana cards, okay, I think you're really going to find your tribe. You're really going to find your community. This is a big turning point for you when it comes to your relations with your relationships with others, okay? I think this is going to be a big turning point for you, and that's actually really exciting. I'm seeing here it's going to be very positive. There's this new fresh energy coming into. I think these people that you find are going to really stimulate your mind. They're going to really give you a lot to think about, but in a positive way, right? In a positive way, they're going to give you a lot to think about. They're going to expand your horizons, I'm hearing too, open up new doors, provide you with some new ideas, present you with some new ideas, okay? That's what I'm seeing coming in for you, pile number 2 this week. You're going to have an opportunity to lead by example, stand up for what is right, what is just, end the relationship with these people who are not in alignment with you at all, is what I'm hearing here. Final nail in the coffin with these people. Goodbye. Moving towards bigger, better, brighter things, okay? You're going to find people who are just, who are fair, who care a lot about social justice too, I'm hearing. And I'm hearing, like I said, with this whole reading, I felt like you were a person who cared a lot about your morals, a lot about your ethics, a lot about justice. I'm seeing that reflected all throughout your reading, and at multiple stages we've seen that as well. well with different like times we've pulled cards here. You're going to find people who are way more like they're just in a lot more alignment with you. Ace of Swords too, I want to say, because we've been talking about astrology and signs a little bit in this, they could quite possibly be air signs. So Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, that might be who this group comprises of, is a little more air sign energy. Okay, that might vibe with you a little bit better than these other people. And even still, air sign or not, you guys are going to vibe much better than you did with these other people and their negativity and their hate. You're going to be done with that. They'll get what they deserve. Don't worry about trying to enact any sort of justice on your own. Don't do any sort of vigilante justice. And I'm hearing this, if you are an energy worker, whatever that means for you, and if you are one, you know what I'm talking about. If you are an energy worker, do not okay, I'm hearing here, do not take matters into your own hands. Don't worry about it. Let the universe take care of this, is what I'm hearing. Okay? If you're an energy worker, let the universe take care of this and you move on. Okay, you pack your bags, you move on, bigger and brighter things, new opportunities, new ideas. Okay, I feel like I said, you're a really like heady mental person. You really like being mentally stimulated. You like new ideas. You like turning things over in your mind. You have like a very rich inner world, rich inner life. Okay, move on towards this, leave this energy behind, let the universe take care of these people. Okay, and what it is that they have coming to them. If you do any sort of energy work, do not put that out there. Don't worry about it. You don't need to do that. Conserve your energy, spend that on something, use that on something that is much more, that does more for the collective. Okay, that puts positive energy out there. Don't be doing any of this, is what I'm hearing. It's not going to bode well. It's not going to work great. I don't mess with it. Okay, is what I'm hearing. Let the universe take care of it. The universe will take care of it better than you could anyways, is what I'm hearing. So little final message there for you, pile number 2. I want to thank you guys so much for being here. All right. Don't forget, we've got that October energy reading coming up next week. So hit that bell icon after you click subscribe. That will give you notifications. You'll also get notifications about the relationship readings that go out on Tuesdays, as well as the other little readings I have sprinkled throughout the week. And those are usually just, sometimes they're requested topics, sometimes they're astrological or lunar event related, just kind of depending on the energies. But anyways, you guys, like I said, thank you so much for being here. I want to thank your guides for coming through to give you this message, and I will see you all in your next reading. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. This is your card that you have chosen. It is Mukuna, number 16, with Journey here. So here is that. I'm going to read the keywords here. I haven't worked with this particular card before, so we will look at this together. So obviously ruled by Mercury and Uranus here, and we have state of transition, leaving behind what is familiar, moving towards the unknown, connection to a higher mind, trusting higher consciousness. Okay, something when I pulled this card and first looked at it, I saw this cauldron here. All right, this little cauldron. I'm going to be honest with you. This definitely feels like you are about to go on some sort of journey with energy work. That is what I'm hearing here for you. I see this eye here. Definitely, I don't know what it's actually supposed to represent as far as the guidebook goes, but I am definitely feeling third eye energy here, like your third eye opening. Okay, going through some sort of awakening. All right, some sort of new awakening possibly. I believe you've been awakened before. You've been through this before, but I think there's a new one coming in, some fresh energy, some eye-opening things. All right, so that is what I'm feeling right off the bat with this one. Pile number 3. Okay, no, let's just wait. We'll hold off on that. Okay, let's get some tarot cards here and learn a little more about this energy that you, pile number 3, will be working with. So let's find out here, and I would like one more. Okay. I'm going to flip these over initially off camera because there's some nudity that I just need to cover up for the YouTube. Y'all know how that is. So we have Justice. Okay. Six of Cups. Death. Ace of Swords. Very interesting. Very interesting pile. Number 3, major things happening this week, major energy shifts, exciting energy shifts too. Okay, so let's talk about it. First of all, I want to say, if you felt called to pile number 2, if you felt a little pull towards that, between that one and this reading, after you finish this one, go watch pile number 2. I'm hearing that there might be a message in there for you, okay? So if you felt called to it, go see pile number 2. If you didn't, don't worry about it. There's a select few. There's a few here that I feel like might need to see pile number 2, might feel like that resonates for them for their week ahead as well. So let's jump in here. Energy work, 110%. Third eye opening, absolutely here. Okay. I'm seeing here that you're coming into this new energy that is, I'm hearing bold, this bold energy. You are starting to feel bold within your awakenings. I've heard you had awakenings before. You're starting to feel very bold, very confident in your new abilities is what I want to say, but what I'm actually hearing here are rediscovered abilities. These are abilities that you have always had. You are just rediscovering them. You're just opening your eyes to them. Your third eye is being opened. You are going to be able to, I'm hearing, kind of channel this new energy here for you. So that is what I'm hearing here for you, pile number 3. Now with Justice here, this is exactly what I'm feeling this. Justice makes me think of authority, okay? It makes me think of control in some situations, all right? Because it's like the judge sits up there and they decide, they hold the scales, they weigh everything out and they make the decision, okay? So this feels like some control, all right? Coming in. Control of the mind, I'm hearing too. I'm seeing her sword here, and we've got Ace of Swords over here as well. Control of the mind, possibly using the mind to do some sort of energy work, whether that is manifestation, some sort of craft, okay? You know what I'm talking about here. So that is what I'm feeling here for you, pile number 3, is that you're going through this new awakening here. You're going to have your third eye opening here pretty soon. This week is going to really stimulate that, is what I'm hearing. It's going to really launch that opening. You are going to be able to see things that you weren't able to see before. And by see things, I do not necessarily mean physically, okay? Now, if you're someone who's working on mediumship, you're working on something like that, that could possibly be the case. If that resonates for you, 100% go with that, okay? But if that does not resonate for you, if that's a bit of a miss for you, I'm hearing here that you're seeing things. You're seeing the other side to things. You're seeing things that you didn't previously understand. You're recognizing patterns. You're able to see, okay, so let me show you here with the Justice card. She's sitting in front of this curtain, okay? This curtain here makes me think of the High Priestess. The High Priestess has wisdom and knowledge, and she sits in front of the curtain, and only she knows what is behind it. She can use her intuition. She has this like higher intuition, higher knowledge, higher power, okay? That is what I'm hearing here, that you are starting to develop. You're opening your eyes. You're being awakened to all of these things going on behind the curtain that you didn't totally realize were happening. I think I'm hearing here that you're going to start noticing patterns that you didn't previously notice before. You're going to start intuiting and Discerning deeper meanings behind people's words, behind their actions, almost as if you can understand. It's like you can understand where it is that they're coming from. You're going to be able to empathize with people a little bit more. And I feel like you're already an empathetic person. So let me say here, something you need to hear is you're not going to be able to empathize in a way that consumes you, okay? It's not going to be like this emotional, like feeling of being consumed, because I know sometimes as empaths, as being someone who's very in tune with all of that, with other people's emotions, we can feel the way that other people feel. We feel their emotions really strongly, and it can be overwhelming. That is not what I'm hearing here for you. I'm hearing that this is going to be something, it's going to be more objective, okay? Particularly with this swords here. It's going to be more objective, okay? You're going to be able to intuit and discern what it is that people mean, what it is that they feel. It's going to allow you to feel more empathetic towards people's situations, okay? But it's also going to allow you to see the other side of that, which is people's true motivations, okay? Their real intentions behind their actions, behind their words, behind what it is that they're doing overall, okay, in their life, the way they're moving, the way they're speaking, the way that they're, like I said, the way that they're moving within their life. You're going to better understand what it is that people are doing, what their motivations, their intentions are behind this. You're getting a peek behind the curtain here. I'm hearing that this week is going to be, I'm hearing it's a bit of a preview, to be honest with you. This is a very small start to your awakening. This is a bit of a preview. These gifts, what is it? What's the word? I heard it and it just kind of left. It's these gifts. These abilities are, this is just like a sneak peek. This is just kind of what I'm hearing is this is just the beginning, okay? You're just getting a sneak peek behind the curtain, and this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning of your awakening. This is like just a little mini, it's like just a little preview of what's actually to come here for you. I'm hearing though, something that I'm hearing and something that I heard very clearly when I was talking to you guys about kind of the difference between being able to really feel consumed by the emotions of others, by being empaths and feeling very consumed with that emotional energy versus remaining more detached from that. Okay, I'm hearing if you are someone who does find that you get quite caught up in the emotions of others, okay, you feel yourself, you can like just, you're someone who says, yes, I'm an empath, I can feel very deeply, it can be consuming, it can be overwhelming, it can be very heavy. The advice that what I hear your guides say very clearly is it's time to set boundaries, okay? It's time to set boundaries with yourself, is what I'm hearing. With yourself. You need to set boundaries with yourself. You need to know when to shut that down, okay? It's going to be so overwhelming and all-consuming if you do not learn how to do that. Life will be very challenging for you, my friend, if you do not learn how to shut that down, shut that off, okay? I'm hearing here, if that is something you're interested in, there are a couple of different resources out there. You can look up psychic protection. You can look up, what is it? There was a book that I read, and it essentially talks about owning the room, like creating boundaries, like psychic boundaries, creating, like it's essentially psychic protection where you can shut it off and say, okay, no, we're not doing that. We're not going there. I'm not interested in that. And you shut it all down. Look it up. There's a billion resources out there. There's tons of free information out there online on YouTube. Lots of really great content creators who have talked a lot about it. So go check that out, look that up. I'm very confident. I'm very confident because I'm hearing that you will find the right resource for you personally. It's why I can't remember the name of that book, honestly, because I feel like it's not for everyone, but what is for everyone is to do an internet search. energy, the universe works in mysterious ways. It'll lead you to the information that you need. Okay, so if you have a hard time drawing boundaries with your psychic abilities, mediumship abilities, empathic abilities, look that up, look up some resources, get some information, start practicing now is what I'm hearing, so that you can fully open up this third eye, you can fully awaken, you can fully experience all of your gifts, okay? All of these spiritual gifts that you have, you can fully experience that and step into this new energy, okay? Peek behind the curtain, just like I said, what I'm hearing is understand the mysteries of the universe a little bit better, okay? But you're going to need to learn how to protect yourself, how to shut everything down. I'm not hearing here that you need to worry about any sort of psychic attack or anything insane or crazy like that. What I'm hearing here is you just need to learn it's just about creating boundaries and making you feel safe, because you don't want to bring fear into all of this. That really taints the whole experience and can really, it just really taints the experience, okay? And turn something that's exciting and kind of exciting, wondrous, wonderful, fun. Honestly, it can turn that into something that is the exact opposite of all of that. It's fear, it's scary. You shut down, you close down even more, because you don't feel adequately protected. You don't feel like you have the right boundaries, etc., etc. So if anything, arm yourself with the knowledge of how to do all of that, even if you never have to use it, okay? Just to make yourself feel better about it. Because I'm hearing here that there's a little bit of fear around some of that. And your guides, the universe, myself personally, I don't want you to be afraid of your gifts, okay? Don't be afraid of your gifts. They're wonderful, they're amazing, and they're really going to benefit you in your life, honestly. Anyway, so these gifts that are being shown to you here, it's coming in. Like I said, it's a sneak peek coming in. You're going to be able to see on the other side of this curtain. I think discernment is going to be a big thing. You're going to really be able to understand people's true motives, okay? Their true intentions. You're going to be able to read between the lines better than you ever have before. And I'm seeing here that this awakening, okay, this is the ending of an old era and the beginning of something new. And once this awakening occurs, there is no going back. Pile number 3. Now, don't be afraid of that. It's not a bad thing. Believe me, you don't want to go back. You don't want to go back to your third eye being closed. You don't want to go back to not having these gifts. You don't want to go back to not, or you've always had the gifts, but you don't want to go back to not being able to experience them, to not be able to use them, okay? You don't want to do that anyways. So this is the ending of something old, the ending of an old era, the beginning of something new, okay? I'm hearing here that clear cognizance is going to be coming in for you as well with the Ace of Swords. Like I said, just this clear knowing. You are just going to know people's true intentions. You're going to be able to discern that. You're going to know what people need to hear in the moment as well, okay? I think, like I said, you're a very empathic, empathetic person. You're very kind. You're very caring. You care a lot about people. You care a lot about the collective, okay? And I think you really do want to help people, and this energy is going to help you with that. You might be someone who has a hard time knowing what to say sometimes when someone's going through something. I'm hearing here that that's going to be a thing of the past, okay? You're going to have this clear knowing coming in where you're just going to know things and you're going to be correct about them, okay? You're going to know what to say. You're going to know what to do. Make sure you listen to your intuition, though, with all of this. And the reason I say that is because sometimes when we start experiencing this clear cognizance, okay, these new gifts opening up, this awakening here, when we start to experience that, it can be a bit confusing sometimes because we're like, was that just my thought? Am I just being crazy? Or was that something I actually heard? Or is that something I'm actually intuiting? Okay. So what I'm hearing, honestly, sorry, I need to get a drink. My throat's getting dry. What I'm hearing, honestly, is that you need to do some intuition practice. There are some really fun things you can do to practice your intuition. I've seen them on Instagram. I've seen them on TikTok. I've seen them on YouTube. Look for like intuition practice or something like that. What you can do is they'll show I don't know, it'll be something like find the triangle. Okay, use your intuition, pause the video, find the triangle, and then it'll be like 3 cups covering, objects. And you use your intuition and pick the one that has a triangle. You know what I'm saying? Like, pick the one that you feel has a triangle. Don't be discouraged if you get it wrong a couple of times, okay? You're strengthening your intuition, okay? You're strengthening that inner knowing. You're practicing listening to that still small voice that I always say. Still small voice, the gut feeling. You're practicing that. That is going to help you a ton as you go through this awakening, all right? So do those little intuition practices. They're honestly super fun, and take it very lighthearted is what I'm hearing. Don't make it super, super serious, okay? Because I feel like you're the type of person, I feel like you are ready for this. Like, you are ready for this awakening. You have been waiting for this, and you're like, yes, finally. Like, I'm a little scared because of these things and, these new abilities and new things that might occur. Don't be scared. But I get that. I totally get that. I'm hearing here, make sure, don't be scared. Don't bring fear into it. No need to be doing that. It's all going to be just fine. You have your guides to protect you. You're going to look up the things about psychic protection and setting boundaries, and that is going to make you feel very confident in this as well. But I'm hearing here that you're very serious about this. This is something that you care a lot about, okay? Don't approach the intuition exercises with a really serious heart, is what I'm hearing. Approach it with a very open heart, a very open mind. Do it for fun. Okay, that's what I'm hearing here very clearly. Do this for fun. You are going to really enjoy it if you just make it. It's fun. It's a game. It's not meant to be serious, okay? Don't worry about it. Don't worry if you get every single one wrong. Maybe it's a day where you're just not really tapped in. That's okay. You're practicing, okay? That's the thing is that, intuition is honestly, it's not just something you do, it's a practice. It's something you strengthen over time. There's really no there's no end goal that you reach, right? You just strengthen it and strengthen it and strengthen it. And as you practice, reminds me a lot of the idea, what's coming to mind is the idea of yoga. You don't do yoga, you practice yoga because it is a practice. There is no actual end, finish line. You're not completing something. You're not doing it. Okay. There's no completion with it. It's about practice. That is what I'm hearing here with this and with this intuition. Make it a game. It is a practice. Okay. There is no hard and fast goals, rules, anything like that. It is what you make of it. Okay. So this is a practice. This is for fun. Take that mindset in with you when you go to do all of that. Okay. Your reading has been super clear, pile number 3. Very, very clear. Jumped out at me, smacked me in the face as soon as I saw this cauldron and this eye here. And like I said, this is Mercury as well, ruled by Mercury. So definitely clear cognizance, clear communication, coming in, clear knowing. I'm going to get a few more cards, find out if there's anything else you need to know this week going forward. I'm going to get these 3. So let's find out for this week. 9 of Swords. Okay. The Tower. Okay. Strength. All right. Okay. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. 9 of Swords. Yes. Okay. This is when I was talking about when I felt like there was some fear there. This is that fear that I was feeling. Okay. Don't be worried about this. I know that's easier said than done, pile number 3, but don't be worried. It's okay. All right. Don't be scared. It's going to be something. It's going to be a little scary. And also I feel like it needs to be acknowledged here that awakenings do sometimes come with big changes. Okay. Big changes can come in. All right. But I'm seeing here that it's not going to be something really terrible. I think that's what you're worried about, honestly. I feel like you're worried about some big change coming in. I'm seeing here, though, that you have the strength to handle this awakening. Because, awakenings do tend to come with a darker energy because it's something you've got to work through, right? I'm hearing here that you don't be worried about that, okay? Don't be worried about it. I know that you are. It is a bit, it might be a bit anxiety provoking, but I'm telling you, don't be worried about this dark energy. Okay, I'm saying dark energy. I'm not talking about evil energy, dark energy. I am talking about just denser, heavier energy. Okay. And then strength here. This is a message to, like, you know what the strength card means, okay? Everybody does. You don't have to read tarot to know what the strength card means, right? You have plenty of inner strength. You have so much strength within you already to handle anything that comes your way. All right, don't forget that, okay? And be confident in your strength too. And I'm seeing here that as you go through this awakening and go through this period of time, you start to discover these gifts, okay? Your strength is going to be cultivated and your confidence is going to be cultivated as well. So you're going to experience a lot more inner confidence in yourself and your abilities as you go forward, okay? I'm going to get a clarifier for this Tower card because I want to ease your mind. Emperor, yes, see? That you're going to own this. This is nothing to be concerned about. You have total control is kind of what I'm hearing here. Total control over this. This is not going to impact you at all. Okay, pile number 3. It's really not. It's not going to impact you hardly at all. You are, like, the Emperor card is way, like, it's so far above the Tower. It's just not this Tower situation, not something you need to be concerned about, and I think maybe this is something you're worried about too. You're worried about this maybe dark night of the soul thing that's occurring here in all of this. Yeah, but look, the Sun, you guys, it's going to be just fine. It's going to be just fine. Okay. It's going to be just fine. Happiness, joy, coming in, this childlike feeling as well, this childlike joy. I think this is going to be very healing for you. This is really going to heal some inner child wounds. I want to say some wounds from your earlier childhood. Maybe these were gifts that were kind of stifled. Okay. Maybe they were kind of discouraged based on your upbringing. Okay. Totally understand that. Totally been there. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. All right. And in the most literal sense, everything is fine. This is not going to be a problem for you. I think you're worried about this being a Tower moment, okay? And like, oh, this is going to be the ending of an era. Everything's going to come crashing down. I don't know if I can handle this. You absolutely can. You have the Emperor card here. You have the Strength card here. And then you have the Sun, okay? So it's all good, my friend. It's all good. Everything under the sun, it's all good. It's all beautiful. Everything is illuminated. There is nothing being hidden from you with this, okay? There are no curveballs coming your way, because I hear that that's what you're concerned about. You're concerned that this is like a curveball coming your way. There's not one, okay? I'm feeling... Like I said, I'm feeling a lot of fear from you, pile number 3. I'm feeling did I call you pile number 1 at some point? I'm sorry if I did that. Pile number 3, I'm feeling like there's a lot of fear coming in from you. Don't be afraid, baby. Don't be afraid. This is exciting. This is super exciting energy. Don't be afraid. I'm feeling this fear here. You're good. Everything is great. Okay. You're going on this new journey. Developing these gifts, okay, going through this awakening is going to really, it's what you've been searching for. It's going to give you that thing you've been searching for, honestly, is what I'm hearing. And it's going to allow you to better pursue your own personal goals, okay, your desires. This is going to help you get to that, okay, pile number 3. This is going to help you get to that. All right. It's just a matter of time. Okay. It's just a matter of time. All right. 4 of Cups here. Okay. All right. There's this feeling of anxiety, of worry, of discontentment. What is this about? Yeah. It's just about listen, it's just about having your wishes fulfilled. It's about being vulnerable in this moment. It's the fact that It's about pouring yourself into this, okay? It's okay to pour yourself into this. This is the right thing to pour yourself into, okay? Pile number 3. This really is. It's the right thing to pour yourself into. Look, you have so many major arcana cards. Emperor, Star, Sun, Strength, Death, Justice. I mean, and they're really great cards too, honestly. The Tower even, because you're afraid that this death card is going to be Tower energy is what I'm hearing, and it's not going to be. It's not. This ending of an era, you're going to be ready for this new beginning. You're going to be ready for this new thing. You're not going to want to go back, okay? Don't be afraid, my friend. Don't be afraid of these wishes being fulfilled. Your life is going to be so much better than you could ever imagine is what I'm hearing, okay? This is what I have for you, pile number 3. Thank you so much for being here. I want to thank your guides for coming through with these messages for you, okay? Also, don't forget, hit the bell icon so you do not miss that October energy reading, all right? Kind of what's going to be going on for you in the month of October. I feel like there's going to be some great messages in there for you. And on Tuesdays, I put out relationship readings. Saturdays, I put out these weekly energy readings. And then in between, we do some requested topics, some astrological event related topics, lunar event related topics, all that good stuff. So I don't want you to miss out on any of that. So like I said, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and then like this video if it resonated for you, okay? But anyways, all the love in the world to you, pile number 3. Like I said, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.